She is lovely.
Yes.
But so young.
Season 4 of The Crown has been the most controversial yet, with creator Peter Morgan admitting that some of the stories depicted stray away from the truth. The past 3 seasons have stayed quite true to history, so let's have a look at what they depicted honestly and where they skewed away from the facts this time around. This season depicts Prince Charles finding Diana dressed as a shrub from a school production of Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream.
It's a complete disaster.
As cute as this was, the truth is they were actually introduced at a party at Althorpe Estate by Diana's older sister Sarah. They then met again at a house in Sussex, and after that, they began dating, leading to their engagement in 1981. In The Crown, they show Diana choosing her engagement ring from a selection of many beautiful pieces.
This one's lovely.
This is quite accurate. Diana did choose the gorgeous diamonds and sapphires that made her legendary ring. However, the location wasn't so accurate. The show had Diana picking out her ring at Burghley House, when really, she made the decision at Windsor Castle. In real life, the engagement ring was given to her son, Prince Harry, after the princess tragically passed away. He then passed it on to his brother, Prince William, to propose to Kate Middleton with. The Queen has some of the top security in the world, so it comes as quite the shock to see a strange man breaking into the Queen's bedroom during the 5th episode.
In the Queen's bedroom in the middle of the night.
The show was right about this. A man named Michael Fagan did in fact manage to break into Buckingham Palace and surprise the Queen in her room. Fagan had actually managed to make his way past the high security and into the palace twice, on the second occasion making it all the way to the Queen. What The Crown got wrong was the 10-minute conversation they depicted between the two.
What?
Your toothbrush.
In reality, the Queen was understandably shocked and scurried out of her room to find help. This did actually happen, and as mentioned before, Sarah is the one who introduced Diana to Prince Charles. The two dated in 1977 when Sarah was 22 and the prince was 28. It wasn't quite the best match though, as Lady Sarah said that while she enjoyed dating the prince, she never imagined marrying him. Ouch. This season portrays Prince Charles receiving a harsh letter from his great-uncle, Lord Louis Mountbatten. In the letter, he writes that he is a shame and disappointment to the family for continuing to entertain the idea of a relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles, who was married at the time. There is no evidence to prove that this letter ever existed, and the show's creator Peter Morgan has admitted to the fact that he made up this detail. His defense for the falsity is that he believes that's how Lord Louis Mountbatten felt and that he could have written a letter saying the same things. In a scandalous moment in episode 3, Princess Diana stumbles upon a design of a bracelet with the letters G and F engraved on it. This is mostly true, except in reality, Diana found an actual bracelet, not just a design, with the same engraving. This is wildly upsetting to Diana, as before this, Camilla explained to her that she and Prince Charles called each other Gladys and Fred. The Crown did stray away from the truth a bit here, as Camilla was never actually the one to tell Diana about the nicknames. The princess found out through Prince Charles's friends and a note she once discovered.
Right.
Further, it is not confirmed that their nicknames for each other were Fred and Gladys. According to author Jonathan Dimbleby, the letters G and F actually stood for Girl Friday, a nickname Prince Charles had for Camilla. This season portrays a very tense relationship between the Queen and the Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, why is that?
While it made for some juicy scenes, this just wasn't the case. First off, according to a biography on Queen Elizabeth written by Sally Bedell Smith, the Queen did not offer advice or opinions to the PM and did not get involved with political parties. Secondly, the two women actually had quite a bit in common. They both had a strong sense of their Christian faith, grew up during the war, and had a strong sense of duty to their country. While there were reports of friction between the two, Margaret Thatcher confirmed in her autobiography that this was false. Did Princess Diana and her father-in-law, Prince Philip, actually go hunting together at Balmoral? The answer is no. However, the relationship depicted between the two on the show is quite accurate. The princess and prince did have a very cordial relationship. When Princess Di and Prince Charles were struggling during their marriage, Prince Philip went so far as to write Diana letters in support of her. Episode 3 has Princess Margaret speaking out against the upcoming wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Di,
but he's still in love with the other one,
suggesting it should not go ahead. This is entirely false and has been confirmed by the actress herself. Helena Bonham Carter has explained that it was her idea to include that in the season. Since Season 1 shared the story of the downfall of the relationship between Princess Margaret and Peter Townsend due to interference from the royal family, we can understand why the princess may have felt some resentment. However, the idea that she tried to stop the marriage holds no truth. Another defamatory claim in this season is that upon returning from a trip to New Zealand, Australia, and the US, Prince Charles went straight to Highgrove to be with Camilla. This never could have actually happened, as when he returned from the trip, Highgrove was being renovated.
Because I love you.
Prince Charles and Princess Diana only moved to Highgrove in late 1981. Sadly, the princess did battle an eating disorder for a decade. Much to the chagrin of the royal family, she even spoke out about it publicly and said that the bulimia was a symptom of her marriage to Prince Charles. Episode 9 depicts a wild scene in which Princess Di slips away from Prince Charles while attending a show at the Royal Opera House and shortly after appears on stage in a silk negligee dancing to Billy Joel's hit Uptown Girl. Unbelievable as this may seem, it's entirely true. In both the show and real life, Prince Charles was deeply unimpressed with this surprise. There were 6 days that the son of the Prime Minister did go missing in the Sahara Desert while in the Paris-Dakar rally. What the Crown didn't get right was their timing. The show has her son, Mark Thatcher, going missing around the same time as the Falklands War. The war began in April 1982, whereas Mark went missing in January 1982. Another dramatic moment this season had Prince Charles being caught in an avalanche and losing his dear friend, Major Hugh Lindsay, as a result. Tragically, this was a real event.
The Prince of Wales is safe.
Prince Charles was saved from the avalanche by helicopter, but it was still a very close call. The two royals did in fact embark on a tour of Australia, including a stop in Perth. The way the show had Diana dressed was very accurate to the occasion as well. What the show didn't get right was who actually made the appearance in Perth. The fact is, this event actually marked Princess Di's first solo public appearance. The Crown depicts both Prince Charles and the princess appearing, with the majority of the attention on Diana. Instead of being left in the background, the prince was never really there at all. At the end of the day, it's hard to know what is truth and what is fiction, since none of us were actually there to see for ourselves. What we do know for sure is that the Queen's Communications Secretary has said that the royal household has never agreed to vet or approve content, has not asked to know what topics will be included, and would never express a view as to the program's accuracy. Now, we're wondering how factual seasons 5 and 6 will be since they strayed so far this time around. Do you prefer the historical facts or the story Netflix is sharing? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you enjoyed this video.